from, but she's Latina. Basically, she's somewhere from Colombia, Spain, Mexico, something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now I remember. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her accent is quite different,
Yeah. A more Spanish accent. Yes.
actually. And she's very comic person. Hmm. She's very comic. She's very witty.
Yeah, she is. She is exactly. So
Yes. Now I remember.
somebody asked her in a talk show or in an interview, what is your routine? And she says that I'm a very simple and a natural person. So whenever I wake up in the morning, I don't wash my face because these oils have been created by my body to help my skin. So I try to leave the oils on my face as long as I can, as long as I have to. Awesome. So welcome back. I think we have taken a session before.
Yeah, I have one session with you. I had.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice. Okay. Welcome
And it was
back.
nice.
And sorry, say that again.
It was nice one, I would say, on the Clapingo with you and Upashna. Both of them are absolutely fine for me.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Awesome. So, what would you like to talk about today?
S- there's nothing specific in my mind. You suggest me what we can talk because today I'm really very tired since morning. I have a lot of things on my plate to complete, to
Mhm.
fulfill. So till this time, I'm just get exhausted. Nothing is coming in my mind.
Okay, awesome. Um,
We can talk
all right,
in general. We can talk in general, like about you, about me,
yeah,
books, whatever we enjoy in our life to do.
okay, lovely. So, before we do that, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
I see a lot of ads nowadays on Instagram, right? About skincare products, about grooming products, right? So, okay, there are different levels of people who don't care about such products. They don't use any of them. They just use soap and shampoo and they're happy with that, right? There are
Mm.
some people who are trying to solve a problem. Maybe they have acne, maybe they have oily skin or oily scalp, so they use some sort of special treatment but not something that is prescribed by a doctor, right?
Yes, yes.
And then there is a highest level of people who have high
Mm.
interest in such things, who have
Mm.
face cream, they have under eyes cream, they have a night serum, they have, a moisturizer at night. They have 17 products before they sleep, right? They have to use them,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So, what level do you fall at, and what is your interest level?
I would say I just try to be very specific in the last category I belong to, but I would
Hmm.
say I'm not able to follow it completely. And sometimes I just forgot my night cream. I try to have a face serum for me because that is something because my skin is very dry. So I'm also belong to that category where people have like under eye cream, but I haven't. I had it, but always I just forgot to apply on my eye under my eyes. So I am that person who think a lot, but when it comes to for application implication, I just failed.
So, your interest
So
level is
I'm
very
not hundred
high,
percent
but your execution is very low. That's what you're saying.
very low. Yes, right.
Awesome. So, why don't you walk
Mm.
me through some of the products that you have and what and why you bought them?
Okay. So nowadays I'm using Plum serum and all the products from Nika and all the
Hmm.
products from Plum actually because I just want something which have something which just hydrate your skin for a long time. So
Hmm.
I'm using their aqua gel is very nice. So I'm using it as a night cream and
Hmm.
sometimes I'm using sometimes I just put some olive oil on my skin. So I'm not that blind on that products, but yes, sometimes when there's an acne or anything, that time I just get worried and then I
Okay.
follow my whole routine. Mm.
You said something that is really interesting. You said you use olive oil on your skin.
Mm.
So is that a
On
home
my skin.
remedy that helps you with moisturizing your skin, or is it for more problem solving purposes?
It is a good moisturizer. It's a good moisturizer because nowadays here in the UP it's a cold season. So now
Mhm.
I'm just avoiding coconut oil. Actually, that is also great one.
Okay, I'm not a person who does skincare or any sort of self. sort of. I
Self-care
think self-care, yeah,
products. What?
self-care. I'm not big on self-care. I've always been very basic in terms of hygiene, like keep myself groomed, just wash my hair every 2 or 3 days, um, wash my face before I go to sleep. That's about it, right? I saw a couple of celebrities say that a lot of people are using these creams, but when you wash your face, you sleep. When you wake up, your face feels oily. You have to understand that your skin is creating these oils to give it the nourishment
Yes.
that it deserves. And the first thing that people do is wake up and then they wash their face to get the oils off, right? So, do you know this famous actress Selma Hayek? No. Okay.
From
She's a
which
very
movie?
she's done a lot of movies. Honestly, I don't even remember which is her most famous one. She's very famous in Hollywood. She is I don't know where she's from, but she's Latina. Basically, she's somewhere from Colombia, Spain, Mexico, something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now I remember. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her accent is quite different,
Yeah. A more Spanish accent. Yes.
actually. And she's very comic person. Hmm. She's very comic. She's very witty.
Yeah, she is. She is, exactly. So
Yes. Now I remember. Mm-hmm.
somebody asked her in a talk show or in an interview, what is your routine? And she says that I'm a very simple and a natural person. So whenever I wake up in the morning, I don't wash my face because these oils have been created by my body to help my skin. So I try to leave the oils on my face as long as I can, as long as I have to. So again, I don't know what time period she's talking about. Maybe she leaves it on for the whole day. Maybe she leaves it on for 2, 3 hours. I'm not sure. But when I heard that, I was like, okay, there are people at a higher level, like celebrities, like they look really good, they look really presentable. So when people are at that level, you're always assuming that they are going that extra mile or that extra step to sort of bring the best out of their skin or their features. But when I saw that interview, I'm like, okay, there are still some people
Hmm.
who are trying to keep it natural, trying to stay in that zone where they use the least amount of product needed, right? So I was very happy about that. But
Right.
what do you think if you had to give advice to the general public, like the teenagers who are just getting into skincare or taking care of themselves? What advice would you give them? What do you think is the basic that they need to do, or is it like it's okay if you don't do anything if you have skin that is fine, it's decent?
Okay, okay. So for me, if you just asking this question like as a general advice to youngsters, I would say, as you mentioned very rightly, you should not run behind these products and go for the basics. Like you need something which just moisturizes your skin. Already our skin is making oil, we all knowing, because we get acne because of that only. So acne is something, is a proof you haven't your skin create a lot of oil. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
putting extra oil on your skin, then it is always threatening for your skin, I would say. So just avoid too much products. Like they are just, companies are just advertising their products so that they can have uh, lot of people who can buy it. So don't blindly follow it. And if you would really want to follow some genuine products, you first go for research. Just know what kind of components are there, because sometimes the constituents in that cream could damage your skin as well. And go
Mm-hmm.
and know about your skin type, what kind of skin you have, what kind of hairs you have, what kind of oil. And the best thing is our natural things like mustard oil, coconut oil, olive oil. These are the best always. You can have it once in a week on your skin, and they always moisturize your skin, these things. So go for basics. And if you just want to be very specific for any cream, just go do some research. Use it or
I
not to
like
use
that.
it.
I like that. See, most people would say that the most basic thing is you need to have some sort of natural moisturizer. You need to have some sort of natural sunscreen. Like sunscreen, I think is a scam, by the way. Okay.
Hmm.
Me personally,
Correct.
I think it is scam because I saw this video where someone was talking about sunscreen and how for thousands of years we didn't use sunscreen and we were fine. but they
Yes,
showed me a
there
graph.
was no skin cancer. There was no skin cancer before, because
Yeah,
they
again,
are only threatening us on the behalf of like skin cancer is caused because of the ultraviolet rays of the sunlight.
right,
But people
yeah,
were so much exposed days in previous years, like before 20 years or 2 decades, you have seen that farmers belong to the we all were like exposed to the sunlight, but there was not that much cases of skin cancer. Then how could be UV light can damage our skin that much? So it is
yeah.
all get advertised to sell their products. Now you please continue. Sorry to
I
interrupt.
agree. At some level, I agree with you
Mm,
because the graph that this person showed was that, again, I don't remember the year, but let's assume, okay,
mm,
I don't know the year, but let's assume it was invented in 1970, okay, sunscreen. So
mm.
since sunscreen was invented, like the graph for cancer was like this, but since it was invented, it's gone up. So basically, what they're trying to say is because of sunscreen, it has gotten worse.
Yes, I have also read about it. I
Yeah.
don't know how
So
much it is right. Mm.
are you an advocate for sunscreen? Do you usually tell people or your kids or your family members to put sunscreen before you leave the house?
Somehow within these 20 or 30 years, this is so much inculcated in our brain. Like sunscreen is something which is very important in sunlight, or you are just going for beaches and then you apply the sunscreen because there's so much exposure of sunlight. So we are doing it, I would say, because and they are saying like what is the that parameter, SPF, something like what to say, SPF,
SPF?
SPF,
Yeah.
SPF of 35, more than 35 would be better. So yes, I'm
Mhm.
buying till even today. I have some screens which I'm using and my kids are also using it, but preferably I would say I just want to do some research on it, because even today we don't have much like pukta sabut nahi hai. We don't have that much good evidence in our
Right.
hands, so maybe.
Actually, there is a
Hmm,
lot of evidence. There have been a lot of studies done over the years. So
hmm,
maybe if you research it, what you're trying to say is we don't have the evidence ready for us right now. Like nobody has presented it to us,
hmm,
right? But I think there are enough studies done abroad that have shown us that again it depends on what you're searching. There are
hmm,
studies that say it's bad, there are studies that say it's good. It depends on that. But I think the selling factor in India is that people want to be fair, people want to protect their skin
hmm,
from tanning and becoming sort of darker. So it's a very like how do I say this, or outdated fashion thing where people want to stay fair, right? So the first thought in their mind is, oh, if I'm going out in the sun, let me get some sunscreen to
hmm,
protect my
hmm,
tanning. But they keep
hmm.
forgetting that tanning is different from when the products say sun protection, they're not talking about tanning. They're talking about
Tanning.
ultraviolet rays and cancer and stuff like that.
Hmm,
So I think if these products advertised better and they told us what they actually help with, it will be much better. Not just with sunscreen, with all these products, with serums and night creams
yes.
and whatever it is.
And as you have mentioned these points very rightly, I would like to mention one thing which coming in my mind now. When we are using any product, it is very important we should do some research, I think. And
Hmm.
NCBI and the PLOS one, there is so many good journals and sites, website where you can go and do a proper research, because on YouTube, on other media, social media platform, you will not get the right information. Maybe it is curated somehow, like it would be distorted in a way
It
to
feels
make
sometimes it feels biased,
it feels biased. And because they are just helping the company, people are like brand ambassadors, people are using it. The big stars, the big celebrities, they haven't applied it on their skin, but they are just advertising it. And we all are knowing they are not using it. 25 रुपए
right?
की क्रीम क्यों बेचेंगे वो? So it's something like that. They are not applying on their skin, so we should have to be more aware about these things. I think education is awareness is very important now, what we are
Yeah,
doing. So do some research before using anything.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I
So
completely agree with that
have
point.
you stopped the sunscreen, use of sunscreen?
I have bought one tube of sunscreen in my life. Okay. And that was when I was living in Goa. I had bought it. And after that, I haven't seen any difference. I haven't seen anything. And very conveniently, I came across this video back then. So I decided that I'm going to keep it natural. I'm going to try to stay out of the sun as much as I can. Because at that time, my job was
Mm-hmm.
more running around, driving around to go to different places to meet clients. Now, luckily, I have a work from home job, so I don't have to get out in the sun so much. But
Mm.
whenever I am visiting Goa or any other city that has, these conditions where we can get darker or I can,
Mm.
be exposed to the sun for a very long time, I
Mm-hmm.
don't really use sunscreen. Like my wife does, and she tells me to do it, but I keep telling her that listen, I hate putting products on my body like that are not natural, you know. So when it comes to
I
home
think
remedies,
for men and for boys, it they can do it. I have seen my husband also. He just
Mhm.
use sometimes like Pond's cold cream or anything which is in front of him. He just take one drop and just apply, and even it didn't just go inside his skin. I say like put more. I say stop it. Do
Yeah.
with yourself whatever you are doing. So I think boys are not that much guys are also very much aware about these things. They are also using it. I have seen in the college as well, like students of
Mhm.
youngsters, like 20 years, 21 years. They are just going to the parlor or they are just doing their facials and whatever things girls used to do, they are also using nowadays. But
Yeah.
still there are 70% or 60% of the men are just not that much in these using
I
such
don't know
products.
about the percentage, but on
Mm.
both sides of the argument, I've seen people who've not touched a cream in years, and I've seen people who love taking care of their skin. They'll apply creams and serums until their skin feels like, a baby's skin or something like that, right? They need it to be really soft, which I completely
Mm.
okay with that. I respect it completely. But for me
Mm.
personally, the worst I will probably do now is like we have an aloe vera tree, like not a tree, like a plant in the house. So
Plant,
if I
yeah. Mm.
understand, I'll probably use dahi. I'll probably use the aloe vera from that plant. I think that is something that
That is
kind of
natural, better. Mm.
I'm pushing it. And when
Mm.
I'm incredibly bored and I'm spending time with my wife, we'll probably do a face mask or something, which I feel is not that harmful,
Mm.
honestly. Face mask is
No, no,
not,
it's not.
yeah, exactly. It's not rough on the skin, it doesn't fill up your
Mm.
pores or anything like that. I think it's pretty simple and it's just a fun
Mm.
thing we do together. So I don't really care
Mm.
about that. I don't
It
count
just
that as
cleanse your skin from inside. Yes,
I personally
cleansing.
think it doesn't do anything. But it's just that okay, we're spending time together, let's do it,
Mm. Right, right.
like that.
Mm.
So yes,
Mm.
thank you for sharing your views. We've run out of time, and it was a lovely conversation. Hopefully,
Same
somebody was
here.
able to learn something from it. People who are watching.
Yes, right. Maybe
Awesome.
they would be when they go to buy something, they would be more like mindful now.
Yeah, definitely. Just make sure you do your research, guys. That is the most important. Don't just buy things blindly.
Mm. Yes.
Awesome. So, like I said, we've run out of time, so I have to leave the session, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
no
thank you so
problem.
much for joining again. It was lovely seeing you again
Mm.
and fun conversation. Hopefully, next time we can come up with something that's even more interesting.
Yes, yes. Please take some topic. I think this was interesting one.
Yeah.
Yes. So your timing on this is 5:40 or when it's
On
random
my
on
availability,
Clapingo? What is your
uh,
timing? What should
so
I should?
generally when I'm communicating with the team, I will let them know on a daily basis what the time is because there are a couple
Okay.
of weddings in the family.
Mm.
There are a couple of projects I'm working on. So I
Okay.
usually am available. It depends. Sometimes it's 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Sometimes it's 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. But
Okay.
3 to 6 or 3 to 8 is like the most common slot, I would say,
Mm.
where I am
Okay.
mostly available. Yeah, because
So
I'm usually
luckily today I just got your slot because here for YouTubers, you people haven't allowed to see who is coming. So it is totally like I'm just waiting who is my tutor. We
again,
don't have
I'm not part of the scheduling team, so I don't know
okay,
how that
okay.
works. Yeah.
Okay.
But usually I get a message in the morning that, hey, what time would you like to take a session? And I give them this time frame and I'm okay
Okay.
with this. Because usually when I wake up at around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I am working on a different project and I get done with that either at 12 or by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. And then I take a break. So I either start at 12 or I start at 3. But
Okay.
I am available 4 or 5 days a week. And again, you'll have to communicate with the team. And if you have a request, then you can tell them that, hey, is it possible to
Okay.
take a
Okay.
session with this tutor?
That would
That's,
be better. Yes, you're
yeah,
right.
you can
Mm.
let them know what your preferences are. And obviously, they'll
Mm-hmm.
communicate with whoever you want to talk to. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
looking forward to our next exciting conversation.
Yes, yes, sure, sure.
All right.
Have a great
Have a
day.
nice
Good
day.
night.
See you soon.
Thank you.